everybody? Two guys from Jersey, back at you again with episode 9. And today we're going to Rutt's Hut, right off of Route 21. And I want to say Clifton, New Jersey.
Yeah, it's in Clifton, New Jersey, exactly.
Yeah. They're known for their rippers, deep fried hot dogs. We went to a place that has deep fried hot dogs called Hiram's. But I want to make this clear. This is not a comparison video. This is just a video on Rutt's Hut as we're actually pulling up to it now. And we want to show you what they have. If you're from Jersey, you've heard of it. You've probably been there. If you're not,
we're going to teach you a little something then today. Okay, you know how we work, those of you that are fans of ours. Nobody tells us what to say. We're not employed by Rutt's Hut. We're not out to get them more business or to hurt their business. We're here to sample the food at Rutt's Hut and give you an honest opinion of what we think. That's what the two guys from Jersey do. We don't hold back.
We've been doing it for 4 years. We have never been paid.
And we always give you an honest review.
We'll give you the honest review. All right, we're arriving at Rutt's Hut. Let's bring you inside. All right, so I went with a cheeseburger. I went with fries with gravy, a dog, and a cup of chili. Doctor, what'd you go with?
I went with a bacon cheeseburger. I went with a hot dog with onions, a hot dog that I'm going to put sauerkraut on, and some well-done french fries.
All right, so we'll see you in the car. We'll let you know how everything went. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the car. Two guys from Jersey just ate at Rutt's Hut in Clifton. So, first off, I went with a chili. I went with one dog that I put some relish on. I went with a cheeseburger and an order of gravy fries. What'd you go with?
I went with a bacon cheeseburger. I went with 2 hot dogs, one of them with what I had thought was grilled onions, but wasn't really, and one with sauerkraut. I also had an order of well-done fries, and to drink, I just had a bottle of water.
How about we do it a little different today?
Go ahead.
How about we go item for item, because we did taste a little bit of each other's food.
Okay, go ahead.
See what we think.
Let's start with the chili then.
Let's start with the chili.
I'm not a big fan of chili.
Okay.
And I only had like 2 or 3 spoons of yours, but I thought it was pretty good. It had that chili taste to it. It was a little bit spicy. It wasn't,
very spicy. I'm going to say very spicy.
I didn't think it was very spicy. I thought it was. I didn't feel the heat of it really. But it was all meat. It was a nice chili.
It was a very nice chili. It was very spicy, which I don't mind that much. But the bites that I've had were they had a kick.
So what would you give it?
It was an all-meat chili,
which I like,
which I really like. So there were no beans in there at all, no filler.
No.
It was meat, little pepper, and some onions in there. Right. Great. Chili was good. I'd give it a 7 to an 8.
I'd give it a 7.
Okay.
Okay. What about next? Next we had the.
Let's go with the fries.
Okay. I had for me the fries were the best part of the meal. The fries, I asked for them to be very well done. They were very well done. They were hot when they came out. Salted them. I thought the fries were excellent. I'd give them 9 out of 10.
My fries were the same. I'd rate it about the same. I got gravy on mine. The gravy was nice.
The gravy, they call it the disco fries, right?
Disco fry, but you know.
If any of you guys have a disco,
that's right.
Okay.
They didn't smother it with so much gravy that it was a soup. They just put a right amount of gravy on. My favorite part of the meal also, the fries were crispy. I give them an 8 to a 9.
Okay. We'll go with the burgers, I guess, next. It was, and I hate to say this, it was one of the worst burgers I've ever had in my life. It was just nothing. It was a tiny piece of patty of meat. Didn't seem like it was real hot. When you got to the meat, it was flavorless. just one of the worst burgers I've ever had. I'll give it a 2 out of 10.
You had bacon.
I had a
on
bacon
that, right?
cheeseburger. It was.
Did the bacon add to it a
The
little?
bacon was cold. It was crispy. It didn't hurt it. Let's put it that way. Bacon made it a little better, but it's a generous 2 out of 10. It could have got a 0.
You've eaten burgers everywhere.
I've eaten burgers.
You
I've
consider
eaten
one of
burgers
the worst
in
burgers.
probably 40 states, different countries. I'm 65 years old. Look at me, man. I've eaten a lot of burgers. This was a brutal burger.
I thought the burger was a little better than you thought. However, there was hardly any meat. I took 2-3 bites of the burger, and I got just bun and cheese.
I mean, it wasn't expensive. It was only like $2.25 or something.
Burgers were cheap.
But it just had no taste.
You're not going to Rutt's Hut for the burger, though.
Oh, no, absolutely
You're going
not.
for the dog. But before we get to the dog, let's talk about the sides that we had. You got some sauerkraut, and you also got a side of
onions.
fried onions.
The
right?
onions weren't fried onions. The onions were more like those soubrette type onions, like with a little bit of that red sauce on them.
Onions and sauce.
That's not what I like. So I was a little bit disappointed there. I ate them, though. It was fine. The sauerkraut was excellent. The lady had said it was a homemade sauerkraut. It was nice.
I thought the onions were good. I thought the sauerkraut was very good.
What they're known for is their relishes.
And yeah, so then with the dog, I got to put some relish on my dog. I put mustard and relish on my dog. How'd you have your dog?
I had mine, one with the onions and one with sauerkraut.
All right, let's
Mustard
talk
on
dogs.
both.
Let's talk dogs now.
Disappointing. Again, is the best I can say. I mean, these are nationally known rippers, fried hot dogs. 5 on a hot dog. Again, they didn't have much of a taste to them. They were a very bland dog. It was a small dog. It just was not appealing to me in any way, shape, or form. I'll give it a 5, but it wasn't a good fried dog.
In my opinion, the dog was okay at best.
That's a good way to phrase it. Okay, at best.
Yeah, it was like a
bologna dog. I called it, right?
Yeah,
meaning not like a lot of garlic in it and spices in it, like you would taste with a Nathan's hot dog.
Yeah, not even close
or
to
something
Nathan's.
like that. Very bland.
It was bland. It did have a little crisp on it, a little snap on mine. You did not have that experience
even get
on
that.
yours.
I mean, if you showed me these dogs, I might not have even thought they were deep fried.
No,
very disappointing.
Mine was a little crispier than yours. I saw that. Mine was a little crispier than yours. The dog had no flavor. If it really the star of the show was the relish that goes on top of the dog. That was great.
I don't like relish, but I actually tried a little bit because Jeffrey mentioned it to me, and the relish was tasty. It was a mustard-based relish. I probably would have rather had that on the hot dog than the onions, in all honesty.
All right, let's talk about the price. The price I thought was very good. All that food that we had. I mean, it was
$29.
$29 for everything we ate.
It's a bargain in Jersey.
And we went wild.
We went wild.
We didn't eat breakfast
We ate more
today.
than normal, and we wanted to try different things and get some different ideas. What do you think overall, Jeff? What are you going to say?
I want to talk one more thing and then I'll read
Go ahead.
Because this has to somehow factor into it.
All right.
The ambiance was great. It's a classic Jersey dive. It's dirty. The bathrooms were horrific.
You could smell the piss coming out when you were walking by the bathroom. That's how I noticed that on the way out.
Yeah.
It was classic Jersey. So, for some of you might look at this and say, wow, you don't really know what Jersey's like. Okay.
The ambiance was unbelievable. There's a full bar, which just has a bunch of blue-collar workers. We had some firemen sitting at the table behind us. They were loud. They were drinking. Everybody's drinking in the place.
Oh, the ambiance is excellent.
It's an unbelievable ambiance.
I mean, it almost looks like it's a snapshot out of the 1940s or something going into the dining room.
Yeah.
Terribly lit, old furniture, but lovable in a way.
And that was in the sit-down area.
Right.
If you were in the takeout area, as we called it, you couldn't even get in. There was not a place for us to stand. There are no seats in that area, and that again, it's just a bunch of guys getting off of work for lunch. They go spend a half hour at Rutt's Hut, eat, have a drink, a beer, and then go back to work.
You know, we said we weren't going to do this item, but I do have to mention it.
Don't do it. You're going to do it?
I'm just going to do it very quickly.
Go ahead.
There's 3 famous fried hot dog places in New Jersey. One was called Callahan's. The other one was called Hiram's. They were right next to each other, originally in Fort Lee. And Rutt's Hut. Rutt's Hut doesn't even compare to the other 2. It's not even major leagues in AAA. It's major leagues in single A. Not even close. That said,
I said we weren't going to do that.
I said we weren't either. We did it.
We did it. It's true. It's very true.
It's terrible. I mean, I'm going to be generous and give it a 5 because we had a great waitress. I'll never eat Rutt's Hut again in my life, probably. It does nothing for me. If I want that food, I can go to other places and get better quality.
I'm gonna agree with you. Hiram's and Callahan's in a throwdown battle would absolutely destroy this place. I'm going with a 6. They were I'm going to say a little better than yours. I didn't think it was the worst burger I've ever had. It wasn't a great burger by any means, but it was all right. But I go with a 6.
You know, we're honest with you. Those of you who have watched our videos know that. We talk from our hearts. We tell it like it is. Rutt's Hut just didn't cut the mustard. This is 2 bad ones in a row. We didn't give the last one we did a good review either. Hopefully our next review will give you a little bit more. But we're the 2 guys from Jersey. That's my buddy Jeff. I'm John. And you know we always tell it like it is.
Hey, by the way, was this the worst place we've been so far?
Absolutely. Not even close.
2 guys from Jersey signing off.
You better go right here. We'll come